What's going on, guys? Antonio here. Do me a favor, hit that thumbs up for me. Let's get into it. All right, so I just watched the 5150 show, the new one. Matter of fact, I'm gonna tell you something. This was one of the funniest episodes of the 5150 show that's been out for a while. I actually want to talk more about the show, but we gotta talk about the first 25 minutes of the show. Right after the opening theme comes on, Corey just went in and he had a lot to say about Dave Chapelle. Now, Dave Chapelle, he went viral after he criticized Katt Williams. Someone had their camera phone out, which is funny because I went to see Dave Chapelle at the Ryman, and I'm telling you, when they tell you do not film the show, I don't know how this person was able to sneak and get their phone and record, but they filmed Chappelle, and he was being very honest about the way Katt Williams' interview with Shannon Sharpe went. He didn't like a lot of the things that Katt said about fellow comedians. He specifically was talking about the fact that everybody Katt was criticizing and going after were black comedians. And Dave's friends with all these guys because, like, Dave loves Kevin Hart. But see, here's the thing. Corey loves Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart put Corey in The Wedding Ringer. He was Kevin Hart's driver, and the Wedding Ring is hilarious, and Corey was funny in that whole movie. That was when I remember I watched that movie with my wife. I've seen Wedding Ringer at least 10 times, and I watched Wedding Ringer with my wife. She had never seen the movie, and we were just crying, laughing. It's fun to watch a movie you've already seen with someone else and experience that hadn't seen the movie and experience with them. But Corey was very funny in The Wedding Ringer, and him and Kevin Hart were on Wild 'N Out together. They're friends. Obviously, Katt has a problem with Kevin Hart. But like I said, Dave's real cool with Kevin, and I don't know. I listened to because there's a clip on TMZ of Dave Chapelle. Like I said, I don't know how that person was able to sneak and film and nobody. Because I'm telling you, when I went to Chappelle, my boy got a text message. He pulled his phone out to check to see who had text. He felt his phone vibrate and he needed to see who hit him. And I'm telling you, the security guard rolled up on my homie real quick and was like, "We don't do phones." And he had to turn his phone off and put it in his pocket. And there was a young white girl. She was in the good seats on the floor. We was up in the balcony. She had floor seats, and them seats were expensive because I know our seats were over $100. And she took her phone out. And this is after Chappelle hit the stage, and she took her phone out, and the security saw her, and Dave called her out, and the security escorted her out there. She didn't get her money back. She got kicked out of the show because she had a phone. So I don't know how this person was able to film Chappelle doing that, but he like I say, he had a lot to say about Katt Williams and his comments on the Club Shay Shay podcast. Corey went in and he said, "I'm just going to be honest. Dave Chapelle isn't funny. He just don't think Dave is that funny." And like I said, here's the truth. When I saw Chappelle, it was right after, you can Google this. This was right after, I think this happened in Austin, but he was at the Ryman in Nashville. This was about a week after that guy got arrested for throwing a banana peel at him at the show. And I laughed. My homie Aaron, he didn't think Chappelle was that funny. I'm going to be honest. So I thought it was a good show. And that first Netflix special that Dave Chapelle had, it was the same material. And I thought Dave had a really tight set and delivered the material very well. I enjoyed it. But I was surprised to hear, because Corey has praised Chappelle for other things in the past, but I was very surprised to hear that Corey does not think Dave Chapelle is funny. And I can't say Corey's hilarious. Corey's hilarious. I've been watching 5150 for years. I actually want to talk about the show because, like I said, this was one of the funniest 5150 shows that I've seen in probably 4 or 5 months. Some of my funniest shows was when he had Godfrey on for the first time. There was a show with Freeze Love. Freeze Love used to be on 5150 all the time, and he hadn't been on in a while. He came on, he was funny. And then had Godfrey come back on 5150 with Freeze Love, and they were doing the impressions. Those were some of my favorite moments. I love 5150, right? But because I want to go into the comment section because some of the people I was reading the comments, as you can see here, this video it's only 15 hours old. So Corey ain't doing no clout chasing. I need to be very clear about that. He's just people that either love Corey or they hate Corey because he's so honest. But he was just being honest. He just doesn't think Dave Chapelle is that funny. And he'll go up there and he was like, when you're a big name like Dave Chapelle, you can pull up at any comedy show, you're not booked, and they'll bump somebody and let you get on stage and just do an hour or whatever. But I understand he's Chappelle. I understand if I'm a comedy club owner and Dave Chapelle pull up and say, hey, I'm trying to work some new material out. You mind if I do a set? Somebody that ain't going to actually draw some money is going to get bumped off the stage. That's the truth. Why wouldn't you let a legend, just like, guess what? If Kevin Hart shows up at a comedy show and he's unannounced and he says, hey, I want to go up and do some material. You don't think the owner or the manager's going to let something say, hey, Kevin's going up. That's just what it is. What was it? Carlos Mencia did an interview with Vlad TV a couple weeks ago, and he talked about when he was starting out as a comic, that the older comics, the established comics, they would come and he would just get bumped. And he said that when he started getting on TV and making a name, that's what he did. So I hear that. Either way, I actually want to go into the comment section. Like I said, it's over 116,000 views. Corey gets views. He don't need to, and over 2,000 comments in the comment section. Here's this person going, notice how he never has anything to say about Kevin Hart, but got smoke for everybody else. Corey be faking the funk. And it got 100. There's a lot of engagement in this comment section. I'm going crazy. And he be with Kevin before and that's true. Him and Kevin been friends for a long time. And listen, he considers Kevin Hart a friend. No real friend would talk ish about their friend to appease random people on the internet. That's a fact. I gotta give him a thumbs up on that. He trying to stay in the good graces, still ain't going to get that role he looking for. But like I said, Kevin already put him in the movie. He put him in The Wedding Ringer. You can go stream. I think it's on Netflix now, but it's hilarious. Wedding Ringer's hilarious. And Kevin Hart talks about how funny Corey Holcomb is all the time. He was talking, matter of fact, I think he was doing the thing with Dave Chapelle, and he mentioned, he's like, Corey Holcomb, and Dave talked about how funny Corey was. I was like, I don't know what happened. Cause Corey said some stuff. He intimated that certain things with Paul Mooney, and Paul Mooney was on the Chappelle show and all this. And yeah, it's been said that Paul Mooney played for both teams or whatever, and all this kind of thing. I'm not getting into that. I thought Paul Mooney was hilarious and Paul Mooney was a legend, so I don't necessarily want to get in on that. But I actually want to talk about some of the other things that happened with the show. First off, right off the rip, this was the first time that Marcus is back on the 5150 show. Certain things had been said. Marcus, people were in the comment sections on Marcus's Instagram, Marcus, and certain comments on Marcus's YouTube channel. But it's been about 2 months at least since Marcus has been on the 5150, and people have been asking Corey, hey man, why ain't Marcus on the show? What happened with you two and all this? And Corey wouldn't talk about it. He wouldn't say anything. And then a couple weeks ago, Corey went on somebody else's podcast, and he didn't say Marcus's name, but he started talking about people that were coming up under him, and you start appearing on the show, you get that spotlight, and sometimes you start thinking that you're not getting enough out of it, or you're not getting enough shine, or whatever. So it was good to see Marcus back on the show. I hope he didn't just do a Zoe Williams, because when Corey and Zoe got into it, Zoe and Corey squashed it, and Zoe's been back on like twice, and Corey went on his radio show, but he's not a regular guest on the show anymore. So he's, like I said, in the last couple years, he's been on like twice. And just to say, hey man, me and Corey are cool, and then Corey went on his, and then they don't do content together no more, which is sad, because I thought Zoe added a lot to the show. The other thing that I thought was hilarious, Corey talked about his daughter. His daughter had appeared on the 5150 show maybe about 3-4 years ago. I think she was in medical school. She got a degree, and I think she's an RN, some kind of medical background. His daughter, she done went to college, and he was real proud of her. But over the last year, he's mentioned his daughter a few times, and that they've kind of fallen out, and they're estranged, right? Because by his own admission, he wasn't in her life like that. She was with her mom, and then as she got older, I guess they've tried to rekindle, and sometime it worked and sometime it don't. But she had come out to California a few years ago to visit with him for a while, and then they fell out, and I guess she went back to Chicago, right? He said on the show that she called him. He hadn't spoken to her in a while, and she contacted him, and he was talking to D, Darlene OG Ortiz, and he mentioned, yes, she called. He said, yes, she wanted something. So, of course, she wants something from her dad. She calls, right? They get to talking. I guess it didn't go well, and they got to arguing, and he mentioned that his daughter threatened to expose him to Tasha K. And I was like, whoa, that's wild. I couldn't believe it. I was like, he said his daughter threatened to expose him to Tasha K. And his response was, call her, hit her up, see how that go for you. Because he said, I don't care. He was like, there's nothing. Corey's so out there with his stuff, I don't think there's anything that could be said about him that would, quote unquote, expose him. And Tasha K, matter of fact, Tasha K just got another lawsuit filed against her from Kevin Hart, because she had that one woman on there that was Kevin Hart's former assistant. And she was, I guess when she stopped working for him, she had signed the NDA, and they paid her like $75,000, $100,000 away. I think it was $130,000, matter of fact, because she told the amount on Tasha K. If that interview's still up, I don't watch Tasha K's channel, but I saw several of the clips where she was talking about Kevin Hart and the different young ladies and all that. I mean, it is what it is, right? She was breaking that non-disclosure agreement. But Tasha K, she lost a $4 million lawsuit to Cardi B. And now Kevin Hart's people sent her to cease and desist because the woman that she interviewed had signed the NDA. And so the whole thing, but I thought that was hilarious that Corey said his daughter threatened to expose him to Tasha K. I couldn't believe it. But this is a great show. Like I said, I'm not playing no clips of it, because I see Corey doesn't have a reputation for flagging other YouTubers' channels, so I could play some of it, but I'm not going to play any of it. I encourage you, go to Corey Holcomb's channel. Matter of fact, let me pull the video back. It Must Be Said Dave Show. Boom. As you see, now it's over 117. People are talking about this stream. It was, and like I said, it was very funny. I thought Corey had one of the best shows. And like I said, it was good to see Marcus back for the first time in a couple months. And matter of fact, when they closed the show out, Marcus even said, yeah, man, Corey's my big brother. He the OG. And sometimes, we might have a disagreement or whatever, but he's still my big brother, and I love, it's all love and all that kind of thing. So he said the right stuff. But this was a great show. If you saw it, if you agree with Corey that Dave Chappelle's not funny, if you disagree with Corey about Dave Chappelle be funny, I would love to, because like I said, I saw Dave with my homie at the Ryman in Nashville. I thought Dave was hilarious. My homie was like, Dave's not that funny. So you know what I'm saying? Comedy is subjective and all that kind of thing. But other than that, give me a follow. Facebook, Instagram, X. I'm on Threads, all at IkariPress.com. Well, I'm all at Ikari Press on those platforms. And if you go to IkariPress.com, it'll take you to my book brand, book 2. I make comics. If you want to support, check that out. And we've got a link where you can read some of the material for free. I'm out. All right, you guys. So you've heard me mention southernmuffin.com. Bam. There it is right here. So we're actually on the website, southernmuffin.com. And like I said, we got Valentine's Day coming up. Maybe you got an anniversary, but I want to show you how I give it up. This is what it do. Look here. Ignite Massage Candle, Island Passion. Boom. So my wife loves candles. So this is something right here. You get this candle, burn and get it smelling real nice in the house. Boom. All right. Now let's run my wife a bath. Boom. Look here. Kama Sutra Luxury Bathing Gel Treasures of the Sea. Boom. You run that bath water. Boom. Get it going. Yeah, man. Go. And then here we go. So we got the candles. We got the bath. Oh, yeah. Kama Sutra Luxury Bathing Gel Mint Tree. Boom. So we got that going. And I got a little kit here. So here we go. The Massage Tranquility Kit. It's got all these different things in here. You can try the different scents, get the massage going real right. Just put a little spice in your life. And if your order is over $100, they will ship it free within the United States. Obviously, they've got a code here. And like I said, they got the code right now is 2024. And there's also a Valentine's Day sale coming up. southernmuffin.com. Put some spice in your life.